Is that any better? At least I have a few options here. It worked better this way the last time. I really hope that helped. Please let me know. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Six. Oh, yay. 5 out of 5. Is that what that is? Oh, boy. Okay. So it looks like right now using my phone is working really well. So there's that. Yay. Anyway, that's the great thing about having Mac products. They all listen to each other. You can have them do that. Anyway, okay, moving on. Trying to make my brain move on. I'm so glad that this is working. Let me see. I'm going to do one more thing, just verify. Thank you. Went back to the beginning and skipped through. The countdown was fine, but as soon as that ended, your audio was no bueno. Oh, no good now. Yay! Yay! I'm glad it's better now. A little bit of clutter in the background. There we go. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. Okay. So making sure I'm in my sprinting space in the Discord. Excuse me. And I am, just in case anybody wants to come in there too. It's available. Let's see. So yes. I guess I need to start over. So welcome. Sorry. Welcome to my channel. My name is Heather. I'm Heather Dewey Pettit, and let's see. I am a writer, editor, and artist. Did I say this? How many times did I say this? I can't remember. Ties all three of those things together is my love of fantasy and sci-fi. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. I did not know either of these things. I did not watch Buffy religiously. I watched it. Heck, I remember seeing the movie back in the day when it first came out. Ooh, I'm dating myself. Let's see, when did the movie come out? In the mid-90s or something? Anyway, let's see. That is good to know that it's military for all clear. 5 by 5. Okay. I'm a little thrown off now. I do apologize. Is there anything you would like to know before we get started with our sprints? Let's go from there. Also, how's everybody? And I hope you're doing well. And what are you working on tonight? Because I'm going to be working. That was the whole point of 20 minutes. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. But it did throw me off just a little bit. Yeah, same. Same. I'm middle-aged as well. Yeah, that movie came out. The movie came out. Wow, when did the movie come out? I don't even remember. But I'm middle-aged as well. Let's just say. Yeah, because let's just say I will officially be in my mid-50s in a little more than a month now. Thank you very much, by the way. I appreciate it. Okay. So yes, what is everybody working on? I will be working on my book, my nonfiction book. Is that when the movie came out? Oh, very interesting. 92. I was like, it wasn't the 80s, but it was not long after that. I thought, okay, interesting. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes there. So yes. Yeah. Okay, trying not to get distracted with that. Sorry. I'm trying to switch from mom brain into working brain, so hopefully that will kick in any moment now. Okay, so my nonfiction book, as opposed to my novel, which I'll eventually get back to, but my nonfiction book was partially inspired by my novel in a way. Essentially, I was also trying to think of a a client magnet, which is all along the lines of a or lead magnet, as opposed not as opposed, but it's a lot like a reader magnet. So essentially, you're looking for something that would be of interest to your target clientele or your target market. So yeah, yeah, I was just going to get to that, but thank you very much. My nonfiction book is about, well, the title should give it away if you have not heard. It is called the Fairy Glossary and Guide for Writers. So, and that's fairy with an Faerie, as in the place. But it can also spell, it can also obviously spell fairies as in the individuals. So, so essentially, you know, I was trying to figure out, this was a little over 2 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago now, that when I had the initial idea, and like not long after that at all, like about a couple weeks later or something, I was in a group that I'm an admin for, and someone was promoting their glossary. I was like, wait, what? And this author of it also is a mortician, and so it's a glossary on death and dying or something like this. I need to look this up again just to verify what the exact title was. So I was talking to this person back and forth, and she said go for it. So, and the more I talked to people about it, the more they said they were interested. Yeah. So essentially, this is I was going to say compendium, but this is the, one moment. Okay. Essentially, this is aimed aimed at being a resource for writers of fantasy, science fiction, horror, and any combination thereof, as a way to create characters based on research, based on some of the most commonly researched fairy creatures or mystical creatures or fairies or whatever you want to call it. They tend to be very related, at least, to trying to use the broadest term here, the fairies of Great Britain. So that was my goal, and I'm almost done. I'm almost done with my edits, and almost ready to send it to betas. So that's my goal. If I can, I've been getting a little bit busy with some stuff, but I'm hoping to. Originally, I was hoping to release it on my birthday this year, which is in early September. But if that didn't happen, my goal, the next goal was to release during the weekend that I'm at the con that I'm involved with here in Tampa Bay. It's called Necronomicon Tampa, and this is, to be honest, it is the longest running con in the southeastern United States, because it's been around since 1982. But the organization that preceded it was started in like 81. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, I will be speaking there in takes place during the last weekend of September. So my current goal is to release that Saturday. So, wait, what? Sold? Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Also, hi, Jacqueline. So we'll be getting started. I got started a little bit late, and then I had technical problems. Anybody who's coming in right now, who's beginning to watch. Also, hi, Jordan. How are you? Hope you're doing well. So yeah. By the way, if anybody who lives across the pond from me is interested, I would love to have a beta reader who is across the pond. You could please let me know in the comments, and we will figure something out, a way of getting in touch. So yes. So there is all of that. My goal is to, for the evening, is to create a couple more listings that I wanted to have in there. Everything else looks like is done and ready. Oh my gosh. And as it is creeping towards August now, I need to get this done and figure some things out. Was doing a little bit of research today on things like Smashwords and the KDP and related things. So excuse me. So now that it's 30 minutes after the hour. Oops. Let's go ahead and get our first sprint started. One moment, and I will get a timer for us all. Okay, I see. I think the timer that I had. from last time I streamed, so I'm going to get that shared super quick here. Okay. All right. Let me change my background. There we go. That's better. All right. So, all right. We can start with a 25-minute sprint. That is my usual, or at least a habit that I tend to fall into. Let's see. If there's anything else anybody wants to say before we get started, please let me know. And yeah, and so just wanted to turn my microphone on in Discord just in case somebody pops in there, and so they know that I am getting this, that I'm in there, and all that. So, all right. Okay. So please remember to do whatever you need to do for yourselves, everybody, whatever that is. If, let's see. If you need to take a break and you've been working for quite some time recently and need to do that, please do that. If you need to get some water, please do that. I have some, yay, and I will be working on my water and some iced tea. I'm going to work on this one listing. It's called the Nuckalavi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's probably wrong, but it is a Scottish thing. It might be Nuckalavi. I will be looking that up so I can get that pronunciation in there as well. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get our first sprint started, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. All right. How'd everybody do? What'd everybody do? Excuse me. I just have a little, I don't know what's going on with my throat, but it's just doing that. Let's see. Yeah, I went ahead and popped in my Twitch on the Twitch side of things. Make sure I put something in there. Also, Rachel D. Adams coming through. Hug like button, can't stay. Good luck, everybody. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Rachel. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Also, Stacy Code stopping by to hit the like button, and then need to eat because tomorrow I am not allowed food. So sounds like you're having some kind of medical thing done. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Be well. Hi, Maggie. This is Mama Maggie. Everybody, if you're not aware. Storming here and flash flood warnings closer to the mountains. Storming. It stormed here for about, I don't know, 9 minutes, as you know, because it's Florida in the summer. So you never know when it's going to storm, and B, it will probably be done in about just a few minutes or so, maybe upwards of half an hour. Yeah, like today. Yeah, again, it was like definitely less than 10 minutes in. Oh, there's a bunch of blue sky again. Okay, whatever. But power blinks are a pain. Yes, they are. Yes. Hopefully your power stays on, though. Sometimes the blinks are just blinks. Yeah. I'm so sorry you're not feeling well, Stacey. Spend some time brainstorming instead of writing. Yeah, do something relaxing. I like that. Okay, so let me look at the number of words I added because I have not done that yet. Let's see. Yes, I worked on that listing. I had started it, and within the listing, actually, it says Nuckalawi. So it's on the first syllable, which is what I have in there already is a horrible creature from Orcadian folklore, and I was just adding, and that's in Scotland, it's a regional dialect, who is part horse with legs that are part flipper, and have a human torso and arms, which predicts death. So sorry. How about a sip of iced tea? Mm-hmm. So yeah. So so I now have 7,032 words. And I started with 1 second, and I started with 7,023. So added some words. Okay. As I did not get around to doing the poll, I I can do that super quick. One moment. So when this comes up, just let me know what length of sprint you would like for the second sprint. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just please let me know what you think. And I also, by the way, added the source or a source, one of my sources for that mythical creature. So yeah. Yes, one of my sources was Wikipedia, but my other source is Brian Froud and Alan Lee's book Fairies from 1978. And I'm going to put in just a little bit more information on this list, within this listing. And also another thing I did was I popped some links in the description. So if there's anything on the YouTube side, that is, for things, things of a promotional nature. I have my let's see, I have my Instagram in there, and I put in just a handful of things, including my link tree, which is basically everything. Definitely take some relaxing time for yourself, Stacy. One thing I might do during the second sprint is I might grab a bite to eat, in addition to making the changes I need to make, finish up this listing, and move on to another one that I need to make, which is the red cap. And this is another creature from Scottish folklore. So I've got some. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, looks like a lot of folks are going to comment what they would like. So go ahead and do that. Folks watching on the YouTube site. In addition, about this one creature is it's actually a sea fairy. It's actually a creature of the sea. In doing a little bit more research on it, it seems to have some relation to the Kelpie in a way, but because of this particular location and the dialect, it has a lot of Scandinavian influence because, of course, so Orcadian folklore is from the Orkney Islands. And for anybody who don't know, which the Orkney Islands is an, if I can say it, archipelago, there we go, off the north coast of mainland Scotland. The plural name, the Orkneys, is also sometimes used, but locals now consider it outdated, so just Orkney. Part of the Northern Islands, along with Shetland, the most famous of those. Orkney is 10 miles north of Caithness and has about 70 islands, of which 20 are inhabited. So very interesting. The mainland has an area of 523 square kilometers, which is 202 square miles, making it the 6th largest Scottish island and the 10th largest island in the British Isles. Orkney's largest settlement and also its administrative center is Kirkwall. Just some interesting facts about Orkney. I was like, I really wanted to know what I wanted to know more about that. Yeah, it had a strong Scandinavian influence. Yeah, it might be a composite of the water horse from Celtic mythology and a creature imported by the Norsemen. So, really cool. Very interesting. So anybody have suggestion? Please let me know. Please let us know. Oh, wait a minute. It changed. Let me see. We do a 50% if you want 30 minutes, and the other, we're going to comment if you'd like to comment. Feel free. We can start at quarter after the hour. I have 13 after 9 p.m. here. Yeah, this is not a pretty creature. So if you're a horror writer and you want some ideas, this one might actually do it for you. It also might actually cause some nightmares, but sorry if you're about to go to bed. Sorry about that. I also have a little bit of admin I should be doing as well. Okay. Sit over here. Or my my YouTube folks. Okay. Looks like it might be 30 minutes. Well, let's give it another few seconds. And then I will end the poll. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Executive decision made. Okay. Okay. Say 10 minutes? Or 30 minutes? What? I'm just looking at the looking at the break time. Okay. Alrighty. Again, please, please, please do whatever you need to do for yourselves, everybody, whatever that is. And next creature I mentioned, unfortunately, it's a little, it's not so good. It's not so nice. Maybe I'll end the stream on a more positive note with the type of fairy that's actually nice. Not a lot of mythology and folklore with creatures. They're not all that nice. So yes, I will not use a very lengthy description of this thing because it might be too much. Partly, and also I want to keep the listings relatively short. So, okay, as short as I can make them. So it'll be a sort of a composite of some descriptions that I have. So, all right. Please, 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 everybody, take care of yourselves. Do whatever you need to do for yourselves. If you need to grab some water, if you need to and are able, getting up and walking around is a really great thing to do. Alrighty, let's get it started. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start. the other timer. 1 second. Okay. How'd everybody do? Okay. I worked on that listing, grabbed some food, and was in DMs as well. So there's that. How did everybody do? Let's see. And I now have one second. Okay, there we go. Finishing my thought. So now I have 7,037 words and 25 manuscript pages. And as I said before, so that also includes the cover page and the back matter, my current back matter. I didn't add a lot of words, 5, but I did some verification of some things. So I do want to I want to finish this one though. Okay. Well, that went very quickly for me, that second one. I know that there's at least one AuthorTuber that I am aware of that is currently streaming. Who is Rhiannon. So people might be coming and going, so that is fine. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So I did add words, so there's that. I did add words. All right. For the next sprint, let's see. Popping another, excuse me. Poll in the chat. Second. So sorry. Here we go. Just go ahead and put that there. People can vote. You can also comment. I just didn't put that in there. That's a choice. Sorry. Excuse me. But did I drink my water? Nope. Okay. So I want to finish this. So I'm going to really try and focus on this. I just wanted to, verify some information that I wanted to put in there. Okay. 2 more minutes on the break timer. Let's see. Now, by the way, next Wednesday, I will not be doing this because I'm actually going to a writers meeting next Wednesday evening. So I won't be streaming at all. I will be in Tarpon Springs, which is in my area of Tampa Bay, Florida. That is becoming it's been a pretty artsy place for a while, but it really has it's beginning to have quite the writerly type of place. It's got a couple of great little stores, and it's got a really cool bookstore, which I really want to go in while I'm in there next week. So I hope so. We'll see how that goes. 1 second, and I will stop this timer. Here we go. Okay. What did I put on there? Oh, very interesting. What does it have? 50 minutes? I think that sounds fine. Why not? Okay. So at the end of this break, we'll get started again. Yeah, so my listings include things of this nature, creatures of this nature, as the Knuckleavy. We'll see about, okay. See about maybe I'll when I come back, maybe if you want, I can find a nicer fairy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. And I will reset the timer for 50 minutes. Oops, wait a minute. And then when we come back, that might be our last sprint. By that time, I'm going to be very tired. So just FYI, heads up, that will probably be our last sprint. But we shall see how it goes. But that sounds like a good idea. Okay, 50 minutes on the clock. Please, please, please do whatever you need to do for yourself, everybody, whatever that is. Whatever that is. All right. Get a drink if you need one, or something to eat, or if you're able, like I like to say, if you need to and are able, getting up and walking around can be very helpful for the creative juices and your health. Okay, let's get this started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's spread. All right. So I definitely made changes to my document. Oops. And let's see. I'm grabbing. Let's see. I grabbed the AlphaTube sprint schedule for anybody who needs it, which is right there. It's on Twitch too. Good night, Maggie. I hope you sleep well. I hope you sleep well, Stacy, as well. And everybody who is off to bed. I did pop my link tree in there as well at one point. Let's see. Stacy had her midnight snack and had some tea and did some reading, so that it does sound like a lovely time. And I wondered how much description of this nightmare creature should I list. I modified it slightly. I did want to keep in mind that I need to not take too much time over it. I also popped in another listing, which is kind of really a subtype in a way. They are orchard spirits. Orchard specifically of southern England, which is sort of a pixie, almost a boggart though. Well, a boggart? Why do I say boggart? Which is really a boggart is a type of goblin, so I don't know why. I don't necessarily know why I put that in. Very interesting. So it's a subtype of sorts. So these are creatures that live in and around protect orchards and fruit patches. I have a couple of examples in there. So I did read that the northern nut groves are protected from children and their habit of picking, say, hazelnuts and other nuts from orchards, especially too early for consumption, as there's a couple of specific names. This one is called churn milk peg, and another one is called melchdick. In other words, the name. So these two words, churn milk and mesh, they relate to the fact that the nuts are not ready for consumption; they're too soft. So they're mushy or melch. And I forget what the reference is for churn milk. So finish my thought. Okay. So I do have a I'll have to edit this down just a little bit. And probably the knuckle of the too. It's a little bit long. So I was going to take a little bit more out of there, which I guess I didn't do yet. But I'll do that because I don't want to be too graphic. Because that's so anyway, these were not nearly as scary. These orchard spirits. So um, so yep. So here is the author tube. The author tube spreadsheet. And let me do one more thing. Although I think she's done, I meant to do it earlier. I meant to put a link to Rhiannon Butch's stream. She streams Wednesday evenings for Heart Breathings. Now, sometimes I stream for Heart Breathings. And the schedule isn't written in stone, but I may be streaming for Heart Breathings next Saturday, which is Double Down Day. I did request an afternoon time, so we'll see what happens. Schedule should be up really soon. Let's see. Let me grab. Pop that in there. You can, so this is where to find Sprint stream information. So yes, I have been streaming for Heart Breathings for a good few years now. I think it was 3 years in February. If I remember correctly. It might be 2. It's late, but so that is right there. Am I going in the correct direction? Yes, I am. So that is where you can find information about all of the things, all the heart breathing streams. Let's see. I'll go pop in there and look around for one moment. Angela canceled hers today. Kay was on this morning at 9 a.m. as her usual Wednesday morning. Tracy had some sprints today. Jenna had sprints at 5 and Rhiannon at 9. Sorry, I don't know what that is. I know I stopped all the things. One moment. I think that was just a timer on YouTube. I mean on Anyway. Okay. Well, it is after 11 o'clock in the evening. I've been streaming for quite some time. I think I'm going to go ahead and go. More information is forthcoming on Double Down Day, whether I stream for Heart Beatings or not next Saturday. That's the first Saturday of the month is Double Down Day. Let's see, it looks like already we have Mel at 9 a.m. as per her usual, their usual. And we have Tracy at 5 so far. Okay, so tomorrow morning we have Cassandra. She will be on. She's on the schedule. And 2 p.m. Diane Dobson Barton, and then 8 p.m. Tracy. So yeah. Friday, Mel, Kay, Angela, Judy, Jean, Tracy. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So pardon me. This coming Saturday is Double Down Day, not next. Pardon me. This coming Friday is Kay, Angela, Tracy, and Jenna, because it's Friday. Okay. Yes. So thank you. Anybody who came in while I was live. Thank you to anybody watching the replay. I really, really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of the likes, the love, and and the subscribers. I really, really appreciate it. All of my followers on Instagram, really appreciate every one of you. So I ended up with 7,157 words, and that sounds pretty good to me. All right. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I will see everybody later. Bye.